In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 5 tips that you need as an Airbnb host in order to hit your first or next 6-figure short-term rental property in 2022. My name is George Salas, short-term rental investor and strategist, coming to you from Carlsbad, California, and I'm sitting right here in this beautiful, right? I'm going to talk to you guys about the 5 tips that you need in 2022 in order to get your first or next 6-figure a year property in the short-term rental space, okay? Tip number 1 is the 4 Qs. Tip number 2 is your market pulse. Tip number 3 is your market facts. Tip number 4 is your property specs. And tip number 5 is your setup strategy, okay? So let's go back and break it down one at a time. Tip number 1 is the 4 Qs. That's the 4 questions you need to ask yourself in order to get to this goal, right? What's the first question? What is my investment budget? Like, how am I gonna get to that goal? How much money do I need, right? Number 2 is, what is my risk tolerance? How fast and then how much risk do I want to put into this deal, right? Do I want to invest a ton of money? Do I want to invest a little bit of money? And do I want to do it fast, quickly? Do I want that sold immediately or fast rather than wait a little bit of time, right? And then number 3 is, what is your financial goal, right? And then as your financial goal is, how much money do you want to make based on how much investment you made, right? How much money do you want to make per year or per month, right? Because you're going to need to break that down at the end of the day, right? And then question number 4 is, what do I need to do and what do I need to become to get these 3 questions answered and actually hit my goal, right? So do I need to save a bunch more money? Am I ready to do it? Am I ready to go buy a $500,000 property? Am I ready to go just rent a $500,000 house, right? So I got to make sure that I'm ready to make this my priority, and then I've got to figure out, really ask myself these questions before I even try to get into this business, into this actual project. Tip number 2 is your market pulse. Is this a good market to invest in? What is your rental supply versus demand, right? How many properties? Are you going to go into Airbnb and into these tools, right? We use AirDNA, we use market dashboards, we use MatchFacts to really understand how many properties of that type of property are in my market, right? Also, investability, right? Is the price right for me to be able to invest in this market? What is the price per square foot, right? Also, revenue growth. Is the revenue growing year over year in this neighborhood, in this zip code, in this area? And seasonality. Do I have a high or low season every single year? Or is it more of a stable market, right? I want to make sure that I am prepared for each one of these, especially if there's seasonality in any market, because you never know when you're going to run out of cash, right? Tip number 3 is your market facts, right? What is the revenue in your market or for that type of property? So if it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, what is the revenue, the average revenue over the last 365 days for that type of property? Also, the percentage occupancy, month over month. How are these properties staying occupied? Are we playing with 50% occupancy year over year, right? Average. Third, lead time. Are guests coming in and booking 5 days in advance, 10 days in advance, 20, 30, a month, 2 months, right? Some areas, you're gonna find out that there are lots of last minute bookings. So you're gonna end up actually dropping your prices. It's gonna drive them down. You know, some markets have very long lead times, right? Like 30, 40, 50 days, which allows you to actually get the price that you want. And some markets, such as vacation rental markets, actually have 100, 120, 130. So people are booking 3, 4, 5, 6 months in advance. And lastly, length of stay. Are guests coming in and booking for a day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, right? The longer your actual bookings are, the better it's going to be for you as a host, because the less movement, the less wear and tear you're going to have in the property, okay? Tip number 4 is your property specs. Okay, how many bedrooms and bathrooms is this property, right? What is my USP, my unique selling proposition? Am I creating a unique property, right? What are the amenities that this property has? The structural amenities, you know, does it have a large backyard or patio or a pool or a hot tub? And then location. am I in the right location? Because not every single location is the right location, and not every single property, just because of the location, is not gonna matter as much as if you had the right property, okay? And lastly, your setup strategy. Are you gonna go basic or are you gonna go luxury? It all ties back to your goal initially, right? So make sure you don't cheap out on it, all right? So this is the 5 tips that you need as an Airbnb host to really succeed. Getting a short-term rental property is gonna get you 6 figures a year, all right? So if you like this video, please drop me a comment, also send me a message, and please subscribe because it really, really helps us out. So we'll be able to deliver these videos to you every single week. So we'll see you soon. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.